Yeah.
What
So
to
I
focus
wanted.
on?
Okay. So I wanted to talk about some of the lessons that we've been doing. I want to talk about some of the books that we've been reading.
Okay, so
Also,
we
want
have
to. Well, we have the Charlie and Chocolate Factory and My Father's Dragon that we did, right? And
yeah.
then if we want to give an example, I think we can give an example from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Do you have any from any of that right now?
No, I don't have anything. So
Hmm.
so can you get some sentences that I can practice or
Maybe we can find something on the web.
oh my God, we got so many questions right now. Okay, so
Really?
and we're online just now, so let me let me say something.
Okay. Cool.
ということで皆さんどうもこんばんは。これ見えてんのかな？大丈夫かな？なんかさっきちょっと変だったみたいなんですけど、どうもセレンです。そしてコーホストの
です。
ミスターカス大室さんです。結構僕自身が結構ハングアウト久しぶりで、ちょっとなんかどうしていいかちょっとわからない。I have no idea what to do. So this is our first time in 2 months or 3 months, right?
I would say 3 months.
3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Oh my God! So because of my schedule, so Omar-san, how have you been? Very good.
Pretty good.
You
Pretty
good?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yep. So, okay. So I wanted to go over a couple things today, but today we want to do. We wanted to talk about English. Go back to pronunciation.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I think we're good at doing.
Yeah, this is a kind of new series.
Yep.
Again,
Yep.
another pronunciation. English Hangout 101. So
and also for learners out there who are not Japanese people, this might be a little bit different. But I don't know if we have any. Do we have like, I don't know, German people?
We might have or Korean or Chinese or something like that.
I want to use some Japanese to help explain things. I had stopped doing that for several months now. I would say for, I don't know, I would say almost a year maybe. I would say I'd been doing only English for a long time. And people like to hear me speak English, and I think that's good. But I think in terms of explaining things, sometimes some explanation might be nice. So I'm going to explain things in Japanese sometimes. Okay. All right. And I want to open up for questions later in the show. I've been asking for questions, and some people have been posting questions on Twitter.
Right. Not some people, so many. We got so many questions.
Do we?
And through Twitter and through my direct message on Twitter.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, yeah. So please share those with me. And then we'll answer them. Yeah, when we get to them. Okay, but first, as you have been posting on Twitter very often recently, because you and I have sort of, I help you practice your English, right?
Private lessons.
Yeah, I give private lessons to Selin here, and his English, I believe his English is getting a lot better recently. I'm sure all of you who are listening to this can tell his English is quite better.
Largely thanks to you. So,
and we've had requests as questions on Twitter, and people have been asking if they can see some of the stuff that we've been doing. What kind of training or what kind of practice do we do during lessons? So we'd like to share a little bit of that.
Yeah, I was asked so many times, why don't you share what you're doing with Mr. Katz in your lesson? So that's why we decided to share what we're doing.
So we'll do a little bit of that today. Okay. And then after that, we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll open up for questions. We're going to answer questions on Twitter, and then we'll also, if we have time, then we'd like to open up for calls, and people can call in with a question if they like.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna answer only relevant information or any.
Yeah, I think it depends on the question. We would like to answer questions that are interesting to many people. Right? If you have a question that's really only going to be interesting to one person, then maybe we will answer that offline. Maybe we can answer in a Twitter message or something. Yeah. But if we have a good question and we think that many people can benefit from the answer, then we'll spend some time on the air and we'll go over those.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's good.
So I want to talk about some of the stuff that we've been doing.
Okay.
But before that, do you have anything to announce or anything? If not, we can get started.
Just one thing. I'm gonna publish my first book in my life.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
So that's what I've been working on, and so that keeps me busy. But yeah, so I'm gonna publish in next month.
Next month,
so,
yeah.
So that's it.
Do you know what do you know what the title's going to be, or is there any of that we can talk about that yet, or we just need to wait until? I'm sure. Yeah.
Not yet. So many things we have to decide: the title and the cover jacket, and so what kind of paper we're going to use. Yeah, not yet.
Okay,
that we have to debate. So.
All right, so we'll stay tuned, and we'll watch your Twitter. I'm sure you're going to announce it on Twitter when all the details come in, right?
Okay. Right.
So we're looking forward to hearing about that. So
thanks so much. Okay. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
To make it much greater one. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get started.
Yeah. So I would like to talk about some of the things that we've been doing during our lessons. What would you say has been the most effective? Because I know that we've done things like reading TED Talk scripts.
Right.
We would get some TED speeches, usually ones that you've been some of your favorites.
Yeah. That's what we did for the first time.
Several times we listened, and we also got the transcript, and we would read those, right? And then we also moved on to novels. Right now we're doing novels. We have been reading like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
Yeah, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is really nice because I mean it's pretty elementary, I would say. Because I remember reading it when I was in elementary school. But the story it's fun and interesting, right?
Right. And there's only one bad thing. So that keeps me hungry.
Oh.
Every time I read it, I really want to make chocolate. So that's only one bad thing. So yeah.
Except for that Factory, and the other one we read a little bit of My Father's Dragon.
Yeah, I like it. Really like it.
My Father's Dragon is another good adventure story, and I think that might be another maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grader might read it in America.
Yeah,
and in Japanese, the book is called Eruma no Bokken, right?
Right.
So it's called My Father's Dragon, and I think these kinds of books are really good for learning pronunciation. But what do you say? What do you think is what do you think you got out of our lessons the most? Like, what kind of thing do you get from this one-on-one lesson that you don't get from just a book or just maybe from a CD?
Yeah. So first of all, I started learning English 4 years ago. And so since then, I've been trying to make my pronunciation a much better one. So I did my best. I think I meant to do my best. But what I realized in your lesson is what most important thing is try to fully mimic the English.
Yes.
Fully mimic.
Yeah.
As much as possible. So that's what I realized in your lesson.
Try to sound exactly the same, right?
Exactly the same. Yeah, mimic. Just mimic. Exactly.
And I think from doing this, I think the most important two things are rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yeah. And also the intonation, like
Intonation.
okay, so the textbook that we have been using, this one.
I'm going to talk about American
this
Training.
one. Now this is a good book. I recommend this really to anybody who wants to get good at the American accent. Now this book is about the American accent, but I'm sure most of it applies to other accents as well. So it doesn't hurt to learn the American accent. A lot of people speak it. It's spoken everywhere. But so this book, remember, talks about this thing called staircases.
Staircases,
right? And staircases, right. Staircases and the rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yep. Those two, I think, are the ones that we've been focusing on most. Rhythm. And as we speak, we do a lot of. I will read the sentence. Dun, 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 and then please repeat, and then please keep that rhythm when you repeat it.
Right.
And so, I think that will force you to have sort of right. It'll make your muscles move in that tempo, that rhythm.
Yeah, like sports.
Like sports, yes.
Right. So when it comes to English pronunciation, I used to have the image that so only thing we have to focus on is just individual pronunciation. But I realized, so after taking your lesson, I realized the intonation and accent and rhythm really matter. So that's what I realized in your lesson.
And it's at the sentence level.
Right.
Or even the paragraph level. So you can't just get all the words and then try to put them together. You actually have to get the whole. You have to get the rhythm of the whole sentence.
Yeah, and with your emotion, with your feelings, depending on what you're trying to convey, what you're trying to get across. Yes. I think that's the second most important thing.
So I wanted to do something with you guys. So what I would like to do is see if I can find in my my Kindle.
Okay.
Okay, so this is okay, so this is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So this is the stuff we were reading. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Are you able to maybe freeze it on my screen or something?
It's kind of blurry.
It's blurry? Okay. I'd like to somehow, it would be nice if I had some of this like a, Okay, so I wanted to do this as a sort of like
training.
People can watch us or listen to us anyway. So how can I get this to you?
What are you trying to do?
I want you to be able to see this so you can read it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have an iPad with you or anything?
No, I don't have it.
Okay. So do you have access to a web browser?
Yeah, sure.
You do? Okay. Let's go on the web and find like a Wikipedia article.
Okay, yeah.
And you can read that.
Okay.
What would we like to read about?
I think at this time, anything works for me.
Okay. Okay. Something, food.
Food?
Talking about food again will make you hungry.
Right. Yeah, I haven't had dinner. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
No.
Oh, it's getting late. Okay. How about waterfalls?
Waterfalls?
Yeah, waterfalls. I don't know if that's interesting, but what I did was I went to Wikipedia, and that was the article on the top page, featured article from today. Can someone pick a topic? What would you like me to read, or like us to read about? Anybody?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm just seeing if anybody has any ideas of something they want to hear about, something they want us to read about. I'm sorry we didn't have this prepared. I kind of, Selin was doing something like recording, or you were doing something, right? You were at an event.
Right.
Right, and he doesn't have all of his material with him that he would have at home. So yeah, you can see he's not at home right now, right? So he doesn't have that book with him. Okay, so if not, we'll have to just pick something. Let's do a Wikipedia article on the.
Did you have the link for Father's Dragon right now?
Yeah, actually I do. Okay, yeah, that'll work. All right, I'll send you the link. We'll read the Father's Dragon on my Father's Dragon.
On Facebook?
I just sent you the link, yeah, on Facebook.
How did you send me?
I sent you the link on Facebook. Are you able to get it?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, okay. If anybody would like to read along, I guess we can post the link to the
on Twitter.
Okay, here's the link. I'm posting it to Twitter now. There you go. Okay, so anyone wants to read along with us, please follow the link that I just posted on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll share that link too.
Okay, thank you.
So here. Okay, so
let's start at the beginning, and there are certain things I want to be careful about. Remember that this is narration plus speech. People are talking. So when you're talking, you have to use different intonation, right?
Right.
So I want to just start from the beginning and go all the way until right before the picture. So can we try that?
Yeah, so let me share my screen with you.
Oh, okay.
And here you are. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, so how should we do with that?
What I want to suggest is I will read one sentence.
Okay.
And then I would like you to repeat the sentence.
Okay.
This is just like we've been doing normally, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll read one sentence and then please repeat. Okay, ready?
Okay, sure, I'm ready.
All right. Chapter 1. My father meets the cat. Go ahead.
Chapter 1. My father meets the cat.
By the way, do you have it so that the display is it shows your screen only? Because I'm sure it would be bothersome if screen went back and forth between my screen and your, my face and your screen.
Just so now it's only my screen.
Okay, good.
Yeah, in a second.
All right. All right. One cold rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street.
One cold rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street.
Okay. On his, let's see if you can make that a little bit smoother. Rather than going on his, try to say it like on his.
On his.
Yeah. So one cold rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street.
One cold rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street.
Okay.
Cat on his street. cat on his street.
An old alley cat on his street.
Oh, he met an old alley cat on his street.
Yeah. It's okay. You know, if you say on his, you're going to be understood. It's just not as, the rhythm is not as clean. Okay.
But in American accent, we should say cat on his street.
Yeah, cat on his street.
Make it smooth.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. The cat was very drippy and uncomfortable, so my father said, "Wouldn't you like to come home with me?"
The cat was very drippy and uncomfortable, so my father said, "Wouldn't you like to come home with me?"
Wouldn't you like to come home with me?
Wouldn't you like to come home with me? Wouldn't you like to come home with me?
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you? Okay. What I would suggest is don't force yourself to say the D in wouldn't. So just go wouldn't. Wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't. Like important?
Right. Yeah. Like important.
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Like gotten.
Gotten. Same. Yeah. Wouldn't. So wouldn't you like to come home with me?
Wouldn't you like to come home with me?
Yeah. And also be careful on the come.
Come. Yeah. I have a tendency.
You have that tendency.
Right.
Come home. Yeah. Come home.
Wouldn't you like to come home with me?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to come with me? Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I still make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
So
it's okay.
That's one of my habits. So yeah.
So try to just stay conscious as much as you can for each word. Yeah.
Right. I try to remind myself.
Yep. Okay. This surprised the cat. She had never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats. But she said, "I'd be very much obliged if I can sit by a warm furnace and perhaps have a saucer of milk."
Oh, okay. This surprised the cat. She had never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats. But she said, "I'd be very much obliged if I could sit by a warm furnace and perhaps have a saucer of milk."
Yeah. Okay. There's three things. About
three things. Okay.
Yeah. So anyone who cared, when you pronounce who, pronounce it from the back of your throat, like
who.
Yeah, who. Right. Not who.
Not who.
Not who. Yeah.
Okay. Who cared?
Yeah. Now, this I've explained to you, but just for listeners, I want to bring this one up. Okay. Now, this one I learned from one of the other people on the internet who teach pronunciation. You know, Mr. Tenma, right? So he's the one who told me this, and that's how I realized this. But in Japanese, you have the gojuon, right? And then you have the hagyo, right? So hahihuheho, right? And those five, if you say hahihuheho, I want you to think about where in your mouth the ha sound is being made for each sound.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? So for ha, right? Notice where in your mouth the ha sound comes from. It's coming from like toward the back. Ha, right. Ha. But for he, you can probably feel the he is being made closer to your teeth. Right? Ha, he, right? He happens, it's like a more tense sound, he. And then who happens in the back again. And so does he, but, who doesn't happen in the back? Who happens like kind of between, right? So ha, he, who kind of happens still toward the front. And then he and ho happen in the back. That's right.
Right, I've never thought about it.
Right. So in English, you want to pronounce all five of those like they appear, like the way you pronounce ha. So it's ha, he, who, he, and ho.
Oh, okay. Do you want to demonstrate?
Demonstrate.
In front of your screen so that we can see that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are people able to hear or see me?
I think so.
Okay. So like I was saying, in Japanese gojuon, you have ha, hi, hu, he, ho, right? And then ha, the sound is like if you were to look at my face from the side, you'd notice the sound ha is like back here. Ha, ha. It's like down here. But he happens like really close to the mouth or the teeth. He, ha, he, right? But in English, when you say he, you don't want to pronounce it up here like he. You want to say he, like back here. He. And then same with who and hey and ho. So in the sentence we were reading earlier, you happen to pronounce who like up here, like who. So it sounded like she had never met anyone who cared. And it sounds a little bit shallow when you speak.
Shallow.
Yeah. You want it to sound deeper. So she'd never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats like that. Okay?
Who cared? Okay.
The other one is sit by a warm furnace. Specifically the baya.
Baya.
Baya, yeah. When you have a Y ending a word and then you have a vowel after that, when you say the by, the way the I ends, your mouth is naturally in a E kind of position. By, right?
By, right.
So you want to like step off of that into the next vowel. So you want to go baya.
Sit baya.
Yeah, sit baya. But when you pronounced it earlier, you had a little break. It sounded like sit by, but it sounds better when you connect it all. Sit by a warm furnace.
I should have connected the sound. It's by and the baya.
Baya, yeah. Sit by a warm furnace, yeah.
Sit by a warm furnace.
Yep. The rhythm is like dun da da dun dun da. Sit by a warm furnace. Dun da da dun.
Sit by a warm furnace.
Yeah.
Sit by a warm furnace.
Yep. Okay. And then the last one is saucer of milk. You kind of went up like saucer of milk, but that sounds like a question. But don't go,
Right.
want to go down.
Yeah, I realized.
Right.
Saucer of milk.
Yep.
Saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk. Oh, right. It's a minor thing, but not saucer. It's saucer.
Saucer.
Yeah,
saucer. Saucer milk.
Okay. Okay. So,
did you get something?
Yeah, Mr. Tenma's watching us, and he
really. Does you wanna join us? うわ、僕の名前が出た. He's saying, so he's a specialist on pronunciation.
Pronunciation, yeah.
Oh,
yep.
As far as I know, so he's the best teacher, one of the best teacher in Japan when it comes to pronunciation.
Yeah.
So what do you think about him?
I have learned a lot in terms of like
even new around the world.
Yeah. Well, okay. So with me, I've picked up so much of this naturally, right? Because I grew up with the language. But Mr. Tenma has actually shown a lot of ways to explain this to Japanese people, and
right. That's something only he can do. I think you're using so many examples from him. So even in our pronunciation, like hitting the ball or
that's one I heard from him.
I was impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody has a chance to go listen to one of his seminars, I totally recommend it. It's
right.
Yeah.
Everyone must go to his seminar. Let's gather. Let's get together.
Okay. So let's get back to this. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. We have just two more. I don't want to take up too much more time, so let's just do these two, and then let's get it done with.
Okay.
One thing that I'd like to talk about, though, is that the tempo. As I read this, I have an image. I have a picture in my mind of my father, right, in the story, and the cat. So the way I'm pronouncing the way they speak, I'm being influenced by my images of them, right?
Oh, right.
So the cat in my mind kind of speaks like an English woman, but then the father is going to sound like a boy. So that's gonna affect the way I pronounce things. Okay, so let's go on to the next sentence.
Okay.
We have a very nice furnace to sit by, said my father, and I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk.
We have a very nice furnace to sit by, said my father, and I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk.
Yeah, saucer.
Saucer milk.
Saucer.
It has an extra saucer of milk. Oh,
Saucer of. Right. So
Saucer.
saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk.
Yep. The rhythm would be da 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 da. So, saucer of milk. Saucer of milk. Saucer of milk.
I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk.
Yeah, saucer of milk.
Saucer.
Yep. Saucer of milk.
Should I exaggerate more? The extra saucer milk.
I think it's the of that you're not saying clearly enough. Saucer of milk. Saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk.
Yeah. Saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk.
Yeah.
Saucer of milk.
Yep. Okay. Okay, next. My father and the cat became good friends, but my father's mother was very upset about the cat.
My father and the cat became good friends, but my father's mother was very upset about the cat.
Okay. Pretty good.
Was it rhythm good?
Yeah, it was good, I think. There was only one thing that sort of bothered me, but it's not a big deal. Try saying the first part again.
My father?
Yeah, my father.
My father.
Yeah. My father and the cat. Yeah.
The cat became good friends. My father.
Yeah, my father. I know that when you say, see, I have a lot of people that I teach that have problems with words that kind of exist in English and Japanese.
Oh,
like father.
Yes.
You sort of say like Father's Day, right, in Japanese.
Right.
And when you have that, you get affected in a negative way by the Japanese pronunciation of a word. So you need to throw away those bad habits from when you're speaking Japanese, and when you're speaking English, you want to relearn everything as English. And I know that's tough, but that's just something we need to do.
You learn.
Yep.
That's a good word. My father.
Yep. We can say you need to unlearn things, right? You need to unlearn bad habits. Yeah.
Unlearn, then relearn.
Yeah, unlearn. Okay. All right, next. Cool. She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats.
She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats.
Yeah, that one's a little bit difficult.
Let me repeat that. Yeah, she hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats. There are so many L's in the sentence. Yeah. She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats.
Yep. One thing I'd like you to be careful about is don't get too lazy on the R's on particularly. Okay, so it's particularly, or not really larly, it's lurly, particularly.
Omuro-san, could you say that again?
Yeah.
The line was kind of slow.
Kind of weird. Okay. Particularly.
Particularly. Oh, so hard. Particularly.
Yeah. And what I want you to be careful about is don't drop the R's.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Particularly.
Particularly, yeah. And actually, after we're done with this section, I want to talk about R's. That's a good topic. So I want to talk about R's. So let's just go on. So next, Elmer Elevator, she said to my father, if you think I'm going to give that cat a saucer of milk, you're very wrong.
Elmer Elevator, she said to my father, if you think I'm going to give that cat a saucer of milk, you're very wrong.
Okay.
Get a saucer of milk.
Yep.
Get a saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk.
Saucer of milk.
Yep. Elmer Elevator. Make sure you are not lazy with the R's at the end. Elmer Elevator.
Elmer Elevator.
Elmer.
Elmer elevator.
Yeah, good. Elmer elevator. Okay. And this is just a piece of culture, but if your parents are calling you by your full name, then you're in trouble. Right? It's a piece of culture, right?
Kind of, yeah. Elevator. Just have to bother.
Okay. All right. Once you start feeding stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray in town, and I am not going to do it.
Once you start feeding stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray in town, and I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Yep. The only thing, actually two things. One is once you start, don't drop the R. Start.
Yeah. Again, that's one of my
it's the same
habits. Once you start feeding
stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray in town. Stray. Yeah, stray in town.
Every stray in town.
Yep. All right. But I think that's it. Pretty good. Now, usually in our lessons, we would probably go back and read it one more time. But I don't want to use up that much time today. So,
so that's it.
That's kind of what we do. We try to keep pay attention to the rhythm. We try to pay attention to. Do you want to go back to your camera?
Okay. So we try to remind myself of what I used to do.
Habits,
Old habits die hard. So I was pointed out so many times in your lesson, and that reminds me of what I'm not doing right. So that's good. That's what we do in your lesson.
That is what we do. Yep. And I think listeners today probably can tell that you sound a little different. You sound a lot better than probably you did the last time. It was 3 months ago. So I mean, we've been doing this pretty much every week.
Every week, once a week. Once a week.
Basically. Okay. All right. So
so see, we only have 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up some questions.
Yeah, let's see if we can answer some questions on Twitter. You also You also said that you have some questions that were sent directly to you, right? So can you get those to me somehow? You can copy and paste them to me, or you can just read them out loud if you'd like.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I want to look at some of the questions that are posted with the hashtag as well.
Or I read it simply.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to share. My first question is, L で終わる単語、last L、wonderful、real など、最後の L が苦手で、wonderful、カタカナ sound、wonderful とか wonderful になったり、母音の U を足して、wonderfulになったりしています。So, she's asking about the last L. People, wonderful, real. So how do you explain that to her?
I wonder if this is... Huh?
Are you going to explain that in Japanese?
Okay.
That is okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Up to you. That's up to you.
言葉の最後に L がある場合の話ですよね。音節の最後に子音が来るっていうのは日本語ではないことですから、基本的に。なので、それがちょっとね、難しいかなっていう。で、あと L っていうのは、R と L と、あといくつかが、本当に難しいって言われてるんですね。外国から来て、アメリカ英語を勉強しようとされる方にとって、R と L と、あと母音の A かな。母音の A と、あとth の音、その4つはとにかく難しいっていう話なんですよね。外国から来た人。例えば日本語からじゃなくても、他の言葉からアメリカ英語に来ると、難しいらしいので、L はちょっと苦労されても、あまり、頑張ろうっていうふうな気持ちでいてもらえればいいと思うんですけど、 多分さっきの例の中ではwonderful みたいなのが一番近いんじゃないかと思います。最後に U の音つけちゃうのはやめてくださいですね。音節が1個増えちゃうんで、通じなくなります。下手すると。一番最初の wonderful でしたっけ？その L を言わないで終わっちゃうっていう方がまだマシです。その音節の数変わりませんので、文脈の中で出てきたら相手はそれをちょっと汲み取って理解してくれる可能性ありますから、そんな感じですね、僕の。だからまあ一番いいのが full って、wonderful。wonderful。L、L、普通は下の先に触るじゃないですか。例えば list とかlisten。でも wonderful、full。わざわざ触りに行ってないと思うんですよね。people。impossible。触らなくても出せる音だと思いますから、多分それでいいと思います。wonderful でいいと思います。
I think people want to know how your tongue is moving in your mouth. So we can't see that well.
I can try my best with lighting or something.
Okay.
So like wonderful. Right now I am touching wonderful, but you don't have to. Like wonderful. I'm sure you'll understand. People will understand you. Right? Wonderful. But if you're going to say like, I don't know, another word after that starts with a vowel, like wonderful image. Then you have to say the L because you have to like attach the L to the next sound and say it, right? So then wonderful image. In that case, you have to touch your tongue to the tip of your next word. But in that case, I think it won't be hard for you because you're following the L with the next word. Wonderful image. So it's going to be like le. And you have a vowel, so you can say it, right? How's that? I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I like it. Does it go for people or other? I don't know. I can't think of any. So the same thing goes for other, like people.
Oh yeah, people.
And I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like less L. Always the same.
I would say so. Words that end with L like that, you want to say them like O.
People, wonderful, castle.
What was it? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
If you can say unbelievable, and people will understand. Like the name of the TV show.
Right. Yeah, unbelievable.
But if you say like unbelievable accident, then you have to say the laxident, right? Unbelievable accident. You attach the L to the next word. But then I think by putting a vowel after it, it becomes easier to say. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, next question, please.
Next question is from Con through Twitter.
Yeah.
So when it comes to English pronunciation, which one do we have to pick? American accent or British accent? Do you have any ideas?
Well, okay, the only thing I have to say about that one is pick one and stick to it. It doesn't really matter. If you want to pick British accent and you want to get good at it, and then that's good. But try not to mix words when you're speaking, like saying a sentence. If you say some words in the sentence with an American accent and some other words in the sentence with a British accent, that could confuse the listener.
How does that sound?
How does it sound?
If I say, so I'm gonna do that and then drink water, or I'm gonna see my doctor or something like that. Does it weird?
I think it would be confusing for the listener because when you're listening to American English, your mindset gets into, okay, A sounds like this and O sounds like this, right? So, you know, an example, a very common example is like the word hot.
Hot.
In British, it sounds like more like hot.
Hot.
Yeah. So when you hear, when someone's speaking American English and then all of a sudden you have this one word that's not pronounced the same as the rest, the listener will get confused. And, yeah. So what I would suggest is that you pick one and stick to it. The other thing is that in Japan, if you're going to be in Japan and studying English, there's much more material that covers American English.
I think so.
Right. I think, for example, most of the teachers are going to be speaking American English. Most of the books you find out there, most of, like, for example, the educational TV programs, you know, on NHK or whatever, other tapes, other things you buy, CDs you buy, movies that you watch, most of them are going to be American accent, right? So I think you're much more, it's easier for you to come across material that will help you learn if you stick with American English.
I understand. But having said that, so, you know, some people pick British accent.
Yes.
So I think I can say that, so it's a matter of personal preference.
Oh,
basically.
Definitely. It's a matter of personal preference. But one thing I would like to request is that if you choose British English, then please try to stick with British English as much as you can, because if you say part of the words in your sentence in American English, it's going to confuse the listener.
Yeah.
It'll confuse American listeners and British listeners, I'm sure. Because even though British speakers, they speak with a British accent, they're still able to understand American English.
True.
And when they listen to American English, their mindset is going to think that you're going to be speaking American English. So if all of a sudden you speak a word in another accent, it's going to throw them off. It's going to throw anybody off. So that's what I would say. Just please pick one and try to stick to it. And in Japan, American English is going to be easier because you have more exposure to material.
Right, like now.
Yeah. But if you like British English, then yeah, by all means, go for it, I would say.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. So did you get any question directly or something?
I didn't get any direct questions. I have another one on Twitter that I see. Would like to listen to words. Okay, so I'm just going to read them out loud. Okay, the tweet says, こんばんは、absolutely, actually, adorable, eventually の発音ポイントを聞きたいです。
He wants to focus on L sound at this matter.
Yeah, it looks like L's, although adorable has an R in it as well. Right. Absolutely. I wonder what part of the word is difficult to pronounce for these. Yeah.
I think the rhythm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you look in a dictionary, and maybe I'll say this in Japanese. 英単語を辞書で調べたときに、アクセントを置く場所っていうのが書いてますよね。ストレスを置く場所っていうんですかね。強調する音がどこに来るかっていうのが1個だけじゃなくて2つ書いてあることってあるんですよね。一番強い音とそれ以外の音だけじゃなくて、一番強い音とやや強い音っていうのが、で、それは多分音楽で言うと、4分の4とかだったら、1拍目と3拍目がちょっと強いけど、1拍目の方が強いじゃないですか。なんかそんな感じで、そんな感じだと思うんですね。だから、absolutely だったら、もう、absolute、その root が一番強いんですよ。absolutely なんですけど、その最初の ab もやや強いんですよね。なので、 absolutely そういうタンタランタンってそういうリズムがつけられると自然に聞こえるんじゃないかなと思います。
I think you're using the musical examples. So I think, this is easier to understand for viewers. Like rhythm.
If they are familiar with music, right? Not always. That's why I'm a little shy about using the music. I know that when I'm talking with you, I use it a lot because I know that we both understand those kind of concepts.
That helped me a lot. That's easier to understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next one.
So let's go on. Next one is actually.
Actually.
Actually, yeah. Actually, the rhythm would be like dun da da. Actually. Yeah. I know that when it's written actually, it looks like 4 syllables. But in practice, when you speak it, you only use 3. Actually.
Actually. Ton to ton.
Actually. Dun da da. Actually. Yep. Okay. There's many words that do that, like interesting. Remember, interesting. Interesting looks like 4 syllables. It looks like interesting. But you don't say that. You say interesting. That's 3 syllables, right?
Interesting.
Same thing. For this one, you don't say actually. Just say actually. Yep. Actually. Next one. Adorable. Okay. Adorable. And again, we have the L at the end, adorable. So the L comes from the previous one. You want to say bull at the end, adorable.
Okay.
Adorable. Yep. Adorable. This one has 4 syllables. Adorable. Okay. And door has the strong accent. Adorable. Yeah, adorable.
Adorable.
Yep. And then eventually has the same rhythm. Eventually.
The town.
Yep.
Eventually.
This one has the same thing as the actually. It looks like eventually, but it's eventually. Eventually.
Right. Easier to understand. So when we imagine the music and rhythm, melody, the town. Eventually.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So this rhythm thing is really important, as you've probably noticed.
Yeah. We should talk about it next time.
Yeah, rhythm. Yep.
Rhythm really matters.
Yep.
So now I got one more question. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
So, Miss Tomo さん、以下の発音が難しいものをお聞きしたい。R と L が重なる単語。So, for example, surprisingly. R と L がたくさんある。
重なるっていうのは、たくさん登場するっていう意味なんです。
多分そういう、I think so.
例えば、R と L がつながってるのとかって結構大変ですよね。例えば、world とか、そういうのじゃなくても、例えば surprisingly だったら、R が2個と L が1個ですよね。
Yes.
難しいのはL と R が頭の中ですごいつながってて、なんか別物としてまだ考えることができてないんじゃないかなと思います。なので、例えば R と思って構えちゃうと L が来た時に同じことをやっちゃったりとか、そんなことあるんじゃないでしょうか。
Just get confused. Around there. That happens.
なので、練習をもう本当に、ね、できるまでするしかないんじゃないかなと思うんですよね、これは。
I think that's what I do. So,
とりあえずR と L の違いっていうのが、L っていうのは口で出す音ですね。だからさっきもL ってを例えば list ここで出してる音なんですよね。でも R はもうこっちで出す音なんですよね。この辺。 また天満さんに教わったことになっちゃうんですけどこの辺でなんかライオンみたいなね、っていう印象で、なんかね、なんかライオンがこううなってるような、ここで出すっていうふうに考えると、今の surprisingly でも、surprisingly。ly はここで出すんですね。surprisingly。なので、もうこことここって別々に R と L は別だっていうふうにちょっと頭の中で頑張って認識するのがいいんじゃないですかね。
Yeah, we have to internalize that we can do that without thinking about.
Right.
And I think that's also what American accent training says.
Yes.
Right. R sound.
R sound.
From your throat.
From your throat, yeah.
The sound is going down.
Going down, yeah, going down.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. If you try to pronounce it like, oftentimes 日本語だとR の音っていうのは例えばdoor とか door ねドアあで書いちゃうんですよねカタカナ。
That's a good example.
であとはなんだろう。フロアとか、あとは、なんだろうね、car、車の car もじゃないですか、ですよね。で、で書いちゃうと、なんかイメージ的にちょっとこう上がってきそうじゃないですか、ね。そこをこう、あえてここで発音するから。
That's funny. イメージ的に上がってきそう。
ドアじゃなくて、door。
car。
カーじゃなくて car。star。下げることですね。
Yeah, we have to push it down.
Push it down.
Door.
Oh. Okay. And we just got another question about a couple more words.
Yeah, withdraw and healthy.
Yeah. Withdraw.
Yeah, from Bunzo-san.
Yep.
Withdraw. お金を引き落とすの withdraw と healthy. まあ、Japanese we say healthy.
Yep. So I think the hard part about these is that you have a blend, sort of like the TH going into a D for the first one and L going into a TH on the second one, right? So you have to, so it's withdraw. So you have to prepare your mouth for with, but don't really say the that much. And then suddenly just say draw. So withdraw, like withdraw. And then the other way for healthy is like prepare your mouth for the L, but don't say the L, say the instead. So healthy.
Right. That reminds me of what I did before. So I used to ask Mr. Tema to teach me how can I pronounce such thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's not just one thing. Just there are two words. So but for me that was so hard to pronounce such thing. Such
things? Oh, because you have to go from the CH to the TH.
So right. I wanted to know how I can pronounce. So I used to ask Mr. Tenma on Twitter before. I think 3 years ago. Hopefully he remembers that. On Twitter, and he answered me on Twitter.
So how did he explain that?
Such thing. So just connect and focus on such thing. And make it short. Make shorter and just one breath. Such thing. And be comfortable on it. So that's what he said.
And then try to mimic people who are saying it correctly, right?
Right. How do you pronounce that?
Such things?
Such things.
Yeah. Such things. It's okay to be slow. You don't have to be that fast. I think it's okay to be slow. The thing about mimicking, though, is here's the difficult part about mimicking. Is let's say I say something, and you're trying to mimic it, but it's hard for you to tell if you did something wrong, isn't it?
Right. So hard.
That's the thing. So whenever you mimic something, if you mimic a TV or a TV program, or if you mimic a CD, something like that, you have to have somebody tell you how you did.
Yeah.
You really have to have that. because
Right.
especially when you're still in the learning phase, it's very difficult for you to tell if you're doing it right.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I know it's not easy, but you need to find somebody if you can.
Hmm. That's
by the
another, okay.
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so that's another what I realized through your lesson. So
Yeah.
you pointed out my mistakes so many times. So that reminded me of how I pronounce badly. I didn't realize. So I was thinking I'm doing well. That was not enough. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
I hope I answered the question for Bunzo-san. So it's withdraw. So if you want to know about the rhythm, it's withdraw. The draw is stronger. Withdraw. And with is short. Withdraw. Draw is long. Withdraw. Yeah. And then healthy is hell is going to be strong. Healthy.
Yeah.
I hope I answered the question there. And if you'd like more clarification, please go ahead and ask. Okay.
Okay. So as of right now, so far so good. I think we've already answered all the questions that we get.
Okay.
So
we are kind of out of time. We but I think this is nice. I really liked it. Yeah, it was fun.
So do I.
And I liked how people started just throwing in more questions. Oh, there's one more. Can we get to this one?
Sure.
From, it looks like Urako. Which book do you recommend to use for accent reduction? Mastering the American Accent or American Accent Training?
That depends.
Now, I happen to not be familiar with Mastering the American Accent, so I can't really say about this one. I'm sorry.
But how about American Accent?
American Accent Training is really nice. I really like it. The only problem with this is that I'm not in a position to learn from the book. So I can't really tell you how effective it is for me. Now, I've seen other people use the book, and they've told me that it's really nice.
Yeah, including me.
Including you.
I just bought it before taking your lesson, and I thought that was very effective and efficient. So, that helped me a lot. And so even in our lesson, we're still using that.
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
And then, even if we don't stick to the book completely, I just sometimes point things out in the book, like, here, read this chapter when you have some time. It has some interesting information about this sound or something.
Yeah, when we get some problems, we try to get to the book.
Yep.
Yeah, in order to make sure what to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've never read Mastering the American Accent. Mastering the American Accent.
You master naturally.
Well, right. I mean, I happen to be there.
Oh.
Okay. Another one? Okay, yeah. So I just got, now we're just getting some replies. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like we've covered all the questions. I wanted to go over one more thing, but I don't think we have time today. So we'll just have to do that again.
Oh, can you make it quick?
No, because it's a topic.
Okay, next time.
Yeah, next time.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
So, can you share what you're thinking? So what are we gonna talk about next time?
I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on the R sound. Yeah, because like we had an opportunity to talk about it, and actually before today, I had a list of a couple things we'd like to talk about as the topic. I wanted to see, the way we want to do this show is that you and I would talk about some topic at the beginning of the show, hopefully for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then the rest of the time I'd like to answer questions. And then hopefully as I answer questions, or as we answer questions, people will be more provoked and they would answer more questions, or they would ask more questions.
Right.
And then if we have time, we'd like to open the lines and have people actually call in if we have time for that. That would be really great. Today, it turns out we didn't have time for that. Sorry about that. If
that was a blink of an eye.
I'm sorry?
That was a blink of an eye. So
yeah, it was really quick.
Next time.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to that next time. But so for the main topic, there was a couple of things I want to talk about, a couple of choices, and I think because the R came up so much today, I was going to talk about the R, but I don't think we have enough time, so we can use that next time. Yeah, but when you have questions or when you call in or something, we're not requiring your question to be on that topic. If you have a question about something else, that's okay. As long as it's interesting to many people, I think we'll answer it. Right? So that's the way we want to try to do this show for the next several months.
Sounds good.
Yep.
That's good.
All right. So yeah, we went over by 10 minutes or something.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay,
so yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed listening to our show. Thanks for listening.
Okay, and thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Thanks so much.
So see you all next month, I guess. Yep.
Okay.
All right. And thank you for posting your questions, everybody. It was fun answering them.
So many questions. Yeah.
And go ahead and you can ask questions. We'll either answer them next time, or if they're quick, we might even answer them during the month or something. Yeah.
And please make sure we are always open to any questions.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll do as much as we can to help you guys. Yep.
Okay. That's
okay.
Good.
Alrighty.
Okay. Thanks. So.
Yep.
Please get some rest and have a night.
Yeah. See you guys later.
I'm gonna have dinner.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
ということで、皆さん本当にありがとうございました。遅くまで。
はい、どうもありがとうございました。
はい。